Hi Libra, welcome to Awaken Spirit Wisdom. This is a general reading for Libra for the month of July for the collective, so take what resonates with you and leave the rest. Just a heads up, we have Pluto, Saturn, Neptune, Jupiter and Mercury in retrograde for July. Mercury stations to go direct on the 11th or 12th of July, so he leaves the party of retrograde, and on the same sort of time, 11th or 12th of July, Chiron then goes into retrograde for a few months. So that's just, we've got 5 planets in retrograde for July, which is pretty much the theme of what we're going through at the moment. So I'm just going to get on with the reading. Bear in mind that some of those energies may play out in your reading. And also the lunar eclipse on the 4th or 5th of July. So let's see what Spirit wants to bring forward for Libra for the month of July. Right, well you guys have got 3 cards. Most of them so far have only had 2. Oh no, you got 4 cards. Oh my goodness, right. Well, I guess there is a lot going on for Libra. Right, Spirit. Messages for Libra for July. So your guys' reading has taken a whole different spin, which is interesting. Messages for Libra Spirit for July. Okay, I'll have to just deal with those 2 cards because there is not much room left. Messages for Libra, please Spirit for July. One more shuffle. And an Ascended Master that will be working with Libra for July if they want help. Just 1 card, please, Spirit. And there you have it. 1 card flew out. Just bear with me a minute, got to find the damn thing. And when they fly out like where I can't reach them. And I don't really want to get up from my chair because there's not much room, as you can tell. It's a small table and all that, right. So you've got peace offering, a white buffalo calf woman coming through. Okay, just bear with me a minute. So Libra, there is a lot going on for you guys. So obviously this may not resonate with all of you. There is a lot of heavy energy around you guys, and I do feel that you are working through some really, well, I want to say heavy shadow stuff. Maybe not so heavy for some of you, but you are working through some heavy stuff. You've got the Rainmaker coming through at the beginning of your reading. And I do feel that a lot of you, especially coming up to the lunar eclipse, are working through or releasing, or purging a lot of old heavy energy from the past, and you are starting to come back to life again. I do feel the light is coming back in, and I do feel that you are shifting and shedding this old heavy energy that's kept you stuck for quite some time. I keep getting the color of mud coming through in your readings, in your card, and mud is quite a heavy, dense, stuck energy, and I feel that you are, through all these cards, moving out of that energy. So this is, you know, heavy around your base sacral and, yeah, base sacral chakra. So I feel this is really like earthy, heavy, old, like heavy patterns, old toxic stuff. And I feel that's not all your stuff. Some of you are coming through quite a lot of hurt, old hurts connected to the past, and they're coming up for healing, purging and releasing. So some of you may be aware of the old raw stuff coming back to life. Some of you are coming through more mental, psychic energy that's been heavy and been draining. Maybe that some of you have had a lot of psychic attack. You may have had a lot of negative projections onto you. Maybe it's you onto others, but I feel that you're coming out of that energy, and it feels like you are lining up with your true, authentic self. You are having a third eye activation with the lunar eclipse, and that will continue through the month of July, because you have reference to through the blade card. I don't think you can see that very well. There is the lunar cycle, so through the month of July you are going to be purging and continuing to purge whatever's coming up through the lunar eclipse, and it is helping to reactivate your clear vision, your clear perception. So you are releasing the past, and you're beginning to see the truth of those situations, of what caused pain, of what's needing to be freed. You've got the blade coming through. So the blade comes through for two reasons. One is that you're using it negatively, in which case you're causing more harm than good. So it may be being nasty or cutthroat towards other people, because you're feeling sensitive. But I feel more that what's coming through is you're being given the gift of the blade to help with this clearing away of all this toxic old energy. It is coming through as a symbol for you to cut the past, to clear whatever's toxic and does no longer needed in your life, so that you can come into your beautiful self again, so that you can perceive yourself for who you really are, in light, rather than what everybody else has told you, what everybody else has projected onto you, other people's heavy emotions that you may have absorbed, either because you've been too helpful, or because you know we all human, we suck up stuff. That's life. But I do feel that with both these cards, and with the eclipse coming through, which is very prominent in your cards, there is light, there is blessings coming in for you. There's illumination, there's insight, there's wisdom, there's understanding coming forward for you, that is helping you to really shift through all this stuff and bring you into alignment with who you are meant to be in this now, moving forward. You do have the mystical shaman coming through, so there is a lot of spiritual energy coming through for you. You do have spirit behind you helping to release this stuff because it is divine timing. But also the mystical shaman is very much to do with wisdom, ancient knowledge, ancient wisdom, ancient rituals, beliefs, information. So spirit may well be bringing you information to do with old sacred ceremonies, information to do with the earth, helping the earth plane, or helping you on your journey through the earth plane, which you are bringing light and wisdom, or will be bringing light, wisdom, healing to the planet through this next cycle. But you are needing to go through this healing yourself to be upgraded to receive this information, so that you can then bring your gifts into the earth and not be weighed down by all this other heavy energy that has affected you in the past. Some of this is personal life lessons, life journey, soul growth stuff, and some of it is other people's stuff that has affected you through your lifetime, and through the work that you are doing. So I do feel that some of you are healers of some kind. I mean, there's different shapes, forms, and life is just, it's kind of got too heavy for you. Spirit's stepping in to say, look, there's another way of doing this. You've done amazing up until now. This is no longer working for you because your energy is changing, your energy is upgrading, you're moving into a higher frequency. You are needing to purge this stuff so you can get more information about how to do this easier. And you are going through your own personal healing to allow for this to happen as well. Because you have Dolphin coming up in your reading. Dolphin is very much connected to spirit and healing as well. So spirit have definitely got your back. There is something magical that is coming forward for you that is going to make this healing process a lot easier. And there is joy and blessings coming through from spirit to support you through this, and also acknowledge you for what you have achieved. Because I feel for you, Libra, there are times when you just feel like nobody gets it, nobody understands how much you sacrifice, how much you give, but spirit are letting you know that they are recording and seeing absolutely everything. There are some blessings for you coming forward over the next couple of days, weeks and months. That's come through quite strong. So just allow things to unfold. You've got tiger energy coming through. So for me, tiger represents balance of energy. So your energies are being cleared and balanced with this healing, divine healing and angelic healing that's coming through for some of you. So maybe you may need to go for some kind of healing yourself through some kind of energy healing. Again, there's reference to activation of your third eye. So your perception of everything, of all the situations you've been through, are changing, are lifting. You're beginning to see the truth. The blade also represents truth, so it is connected with Archangel Michael. So ask Archangel Michael to help clear these cords, to help protect you, and also to help bring you clarity and truth, and wisdom that is in line with truth, not kind of tinted by what you want it to look like, but rather with the whole truth, so that you can move through this with understanding and wisdom, and that is what's going to move you forward. And also tiger also represents balancing of the feminine energy, the feminine qualities. So for some of you it's about self-care and nurture at this time. For some of you it's reigniting that intuitive ability, psychic ability that you have, and listening to, you know, those messages that you are getting. Some of you it's all of that and spirit coming forward, bringing you additional information. I do feel with the dolphin, this is also about nurturing your inner child, the happy part of you, and allowing that creative energy to come forward and to bring a bit more joy back into your life, because that has been missing for some time. For some of you, there is reference to, I don't know why, but these last two readings, this chappie has come up, the King of Water, and I just see him so strongly as a grandfather figure coming through into the reading for some of you. and somebody who's wise, creative, generous, in touch with male and feminine energies, balanced. I just want to say wise again. So there is a lot of wisdom coming forward for you from spirit, from the angelic realm, but also from passed on loved ones. And I do feel that they are bringing forward some sense of acknowledgement of what you have achieved. So although you may feel like nobody recognizes what you've done, what you're doing on this plane, spirit are letting you know they see absolutely everything that you're doing, and they are so proud of you, and that actually it means more up there. How can I put this into words? What spirit is seeing you do is having such a positive effect, not only on the earth plane, but within the realms of spirit as well. And that's where it is making the biggest difference, that you don't know how much difference that is making. So don't be tempted to fall into negative thought patterns and beliefs and, oh, well, I'm not going to bother, I can't be asked. Yes, you're human. Yes, you deserve to have these emotions come up and you need to honor them, but don't allow them to sabotage you into pulling away your energy, because spirit are saying that they see everything you do. They acknowledge and they are celebrating everything that you are achieving. Even though on the physical plane, on the 3D dimension, there isn't that awareness coming through because people are caught up in their own stuff. There's a lot of stuff going on. So it's not about you, although sometimes it feels like it is. So what spirit are saying is they've got your back. Allow them to give you the recognition, acknowledgement, congratulations. Allow them in to give you that upliftment, that appreciation. Allow them to fill you up with all of that you are seeking from the physical, because the physical at the moment isn't going to give that to you in the way that you need it. That's what's going to fill up your jar to allow you to continue on your journey, to continue to do what you are doing. There is a need for you to really nurture that inner child. See that heart as your inner child, your divine connection. So you do really need to consider really nurturing that connection with source or with spirit or whoever you connect with. You are needing some time out to heal. For some of you, that is some of that raw energy I mentioned from difficult experiences you've been through, but there is light at the end of the tunnel. So do be gentle with yourself. And we've got the 10 of air coming through. You are letting go of all those burdens that you've carried around for so long, those things that have caused you pain, that have backstabbed you, that have betrayed you, really heavy old energy that has weighed you down for so long is now being released and sent to spirit to sort out and be transformed. But I also see this as messages from the angels coming forward for you, bringing you new inspiration, new ideas, bringing you that acknowledgement, bringing you that validation. That's the word I'm looking for, that you can't or you haven't been able to get from the physical realm, because there's a lot of other stuff going on. Spirit are wanting to bring you all these messages. Also be aware that there may be more feathers around you. That's confirmation that loved ones and the angelic realm are surrounding you, are helping you, because you have the 10 of water and you are going to come back into balance with this joy, with this peace, with your center, with your connection to source, with this enlightenment, wisdom, spark of unconditional love that is kind of wearing thin for you guys at the moment, for some of you, because you've given out so much. This also relates to fulfilled desires, wishes, dreams, happy life, success on all levels. It's the 10 of water. So, you will find your peace and your balance, and you will then be reignited with renewed sense of passion. With your heart will be filled with divine love, inspiration, magic. connection, because the King of Fire is all to do with creative ideas, spiritual connection, spiritual wisdom, creativity. For some of you, this may be a new relationship coming forward for you, so Sagittarius, Aries, or Leo. I do feel more that this is more to do with your perception is being fired up again, and that you are seeing the true divine magic in all of creation, all your experiences that you've been through, and all that connects the universe together and brings you blessings and joy and freedom, and spark and drive and passion and love. And I just feel that you are going to reopen your heart to just pour out that love again and help the world to move forward in your own special way. For some of you, there is reference to a peace offering with this white buffalo calf woman. This is also quite a very spiritual energy, so do look up the spiritual meaning of white buffalo calf woman. It's very sacred energy, so I do feel for some of you there may be a red Indian American spirit guide coming through for you alongside the white buffalo calf woman to help you. There's a lot of shamanic energy around you, or reference to shamanic energy, so it may be that you need to reconnect with that shamanic energy. Maybe that you have shamanic guides that are helping you with this process, bringing you information that you have already, or gifts that you have already manifested in previous lifetimes around a shamanic lifetime, or shamanic rituals or energies. So something to consider or look into if it does resonate with you. You have 2 10s coming through your reading, so you may want to look up the spiritual meaning for 1010, so that will bring you some more information. And you do have 2 kings, so there is a lot of male support from spirit around you as well, so do tap into that energy. I feel there's something else that you need to know. What is it, Spirit? Spirit are asking you to trust your journey and allow it to unfold. There is healing coming for you. There is balancing of your energies. There is massive purging. You are being given the power to help yourself, and there is a lot of spiritual wisdom coming through for you if you allow yourself to open up to it. Right then, Libra, that's all I have for you, I'm afraid, and I hope that brings you some insight and guidance for the month of July. You're doing a great job. You're nearly there at the end of this cycle, so just bear with it. Be gentle with yourself. There is light at the end of this tunnel, and the magic is coming back into your life. So take care.